Hello, beautiful beings. So, welcome to 2018, and I'm just making this video from my new camera. So, you'll have to bear with me that I'm still getting used to it at the moment. The light seems to flash up and down occasionally, so I'll be playing with it over the next few months and trying to figure out how to really get it how I want it to be, basically. Um, so 2018 has been very, very interesting energy so far. Um, I can't believe we're almost halfway through January already, and the shifts in energy have been so huge that I actually have said to people that I was actually very ill at the start of January, and one day I went into work and the energy I felt was so different to what I'd ever felt before that I almost wondered if I died. So it's almost this remembrance of some kind of higher dimensional energy that maybe we were aware of in the higher realms that we've never felt in on earth before. It's very, very new to us and yet very familiar. An incredibly beautiful, pure energy that's running through us. So for 2018, what I have chosen as my word to embody for the year is emerging. This idea of blossoming, of coming into your full power and expressing yourself, creating and witnessing yourself. But this idea of emerging is much more gentle and much more divine feminine, rather than it being about success and pushing forwards in this very linear fashion. It's about surrendering to the flow of the universe, surrendering to the flow within you of what you feel drawn to move towards, to create in this world, and allowing yourself to align with those situations and to co-create. So it's a much more gentle way of being, and yet it's also a very active way of being. It's not just being lazy and doing nothing, but it's taking inspired action when you feel the calling to do so. So I just want to read a little something to you, just a poem that I wrote. It says, "Do you feel the inner yearning to blossom, to unfurl your petals, to step out of your isolation and let yourself be witnessed, knowing that the months of darkness of isolation, the seeds that were planted in the dead of night, in the stillness, are finally starting to break through, to take root and break beyond the surface. Fresh green shoots, tiny buds signaling new creation, vulnerable to the elements but strong in their determination to create new life. If you surrender to the beauty of nature and what she is creating you to be, you will see how deeply interconnected you are with the changing of the seasons. That we are natural beings flowing and ever changing with the endings, the destruction, fertilizing new beginnings. Surrender to what your soul is urging you to become, and let the old dead leaves, the masks, the archetypes that no longer serve you fall away as you come closer to your original blueprint, who you were created to be before the rules and regulations of this world urged you to hide yourself behind layers and layers of protection. It is time to step out, dear ones, and let yourselves be witnessed. Let yourselves surface. Let yourselves have the courage to follow what sets your soul alight, in the excitement and anticipation of aligning with a new cycle, a new exploration of what it is to be you, in more surrendered flow and simplicity as you move as the waves, allowing yourself to be guided by the intuitions that whisper to you." So I'm still still a bit groggy, trying to speak a bit more loudly in these videos because I know that at times I'm being a bit quiet still. So Um, so I will get there this year. And it's been a very interesting time of manifestation the last few weeks as well, is that things that I've written down that I've wanted to align with, that I've wanted to manifest for a very long time, I've been putting them off and putting them off for almost 10 years at times, thinking when I do this, I'll then do that, I'll then follow that dream once I have this. And I realised how much I was stalling myself. Um, and I got to the point where I thought, nope, I need to do this now. This is my year to align with what I want to create in the world. And I need to take the steps I feel guided to do. Which is why I've bought a new phone so that I can make better videos. I've bought a new laptop, which is better for my writing, for what I want to share. I have my Hay House book deadline of my I'm trying to remember the word. Basically, to put in a book proposal to Hay House at the end of March. And I've also bought a couple of singing bowls, which I wanted to do for about 10 years. One of my friends yesterday I spoke to actually said, I remember you talking about that in 2011. And it's amazing how when you try to actually manifest something and you surrender to the universe and you say it's the right time to do it, things come in that are even far beyond what you could even imagine for yourself. So you have this blueprint of something that you want to create, and then what the universe brings you is even more beautiful than you even could have thought in your head. This is what I want to create. So it becomes a really beautiful journey of miracles and adventure and vibrancy. So I found these singing bowls in Glastonbury that I upshifted into this beautiful new earth vibration that I just felt absolutely incredible being there, and everything that I saw around me was really beautiful. And then I walked into the shop and saw these singing bowls that I fell in love with, and the owners of the shop gave me a really good deal that I couldn't really buy the most basic, smallest of singing bowls for the same price as what he gave me for the both of them. So I couldn't resist. And I'm just going to play it for you. And this one to me almost signals completion. It's completing one phase of a journey and ready to step into a next phase. It has this really beautiful energy that just cuts through things and just feels very final in a really beautiful way. And the second one is made of titanium, and it's really, really beautiful and unique. So to me, this signaled almost this rainbow bridge to the new earth reality. It's a really powerful and joyful sound. And as we were playing that singing bowl in the shop, it was almost the energy of the room just went whoo, and we all just started giggling at each other. It was almost a really childlike, beautiful energy. So I feel that this year as well, on New Year's Eve, I made a promise to myself to come back to myself, um, to to have this year be about my journey, about making a commitment to myself, to following what I feel guided to become, to align with the things that I want to manifest in the world, to align with my divine feminine essence, with the true blueprint of who I really am, and to no longer be hiding myself or second guessing myself or feeling like I need to make myself be less to to be loved by other people. And it felt really, really powerful to make that promise to myself that actually I don't need to be in a relationship to be happy, that um, I can be really happy and really fulfilled following my own pathway. Um, to then in the future, if I then want to get into a relationship in the future, I know that I'm in a very, very grounded, um, fulfilled state, a successful state where I'm not having to be with someone else to fulfill me because I don't feel like I'm enough on my own. And I feel like this is why the relationships that we've been in the last few years have been crumbling and crashing to the ground around us, because they've been based on old paradigm dynamics that have been based on lack, that have been based on not following our soul's highest alignment of where we feel drawn to go. And so, in our highest interest, that goddess Kali energy has been crashing to the ground. Anything that we try to create around ourselves that is not based on authenticity and what we know we've come here to be, to create in this world. We have so much more to give. And when we are aligning with these um, relationship dynamics and games and things of lack and wanting and push and pull and all of these things, it's really exhausting and it takes your energy, um, and you're giving a lot into it. Whereas what we need in our relationships with everyone around us, first with ourselves, is to be fulfilled, to be energized, to be in this state of feeling independent and fulfilled and happy within ourselves. And then from there, we have so much more to give in balanced harmonics. I see it as an infinity symbol that is ever flowing, um, which your interactions with other people can then be very joyful and elevated, because it's not based on trying to take something, but just in this beautiful flowing of co-creation all the time, going back and forth. Um, so I think it's going to be a really interesting year, that if you are if you let go of how we used to relate to each other, all of these things, the past, the baggage, if you have the courage to really let it all go, really just let it go once and for all. And it can be really helpful to do some kind of a ceremony, which is what I did on New Year's, um, that you light a candle and you say out loud, I hereby have decided that this is what I'm aligning with, this is what I want to be, and you speak that out into the universe. It's really, really powerful, and it creates a contract with yourself from one phase of life into another, saying that you are willing to stand at your side and do the work necessary to really stand in joy and create this beautiful heaven on earth around you. So, oh, beautiful, beautiful energy there. um, so, all my love to you, beautiful beings. I'll just let you see this light coming in. So, there was just a storm a minute ago, so the light keeps, the sun keeps suddenly streaming through, and then there's a storm, and then it streams through again. So, there's a lot of really beautiful energy coming in today. So, all my love to you, beautiful beings. And I hope that this first month of January, all of the beautiful energies that are coming in really help you to come back to who you truly are, and to realize that this journey is about adventure and joy and fun and excitement and abundance, and let everything else go. So lots of love.